Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome everyone to Supply Chain Management, the lecture which we discussed that we are going to have very soon. I am sure so far the lectures which I have shared with you, you are liking them and it is clarifying your understanding about the core subject. Supply chain management, as we all know, is related to planning, sourcing, making, delivering the goods, outsourcing through managing it with third parties, working with customers, and working with suppliers. Whenever we speak about anything which is relevant to supply chain management, a complete chain management system comes into our mind. Whenever we speak of supply, three things come to our mind: supply and demand, and planning. Planning is the core basic of anything when you are considering it for any walk of life, whether you are speaking of your own planning for something or you are considering the organizational plan for acquiring some goals and objective. Likewise, whenever we speak of supply chain, the management structure remains the same, but we implement and we put in the management system of demand and supply, which is obviously working with suppliers whom we narrate as vendors also. And for that, very soon I'll be sharing one video about vendor management. Working with customers is also known as clients. In my previous videos, you can recall the Dell, which I spoke about supply chain, what it is all about. That is our question of the day, and I'm sure today's video is going to help you better understand the topic. Supply chain is the system of organizations, people, activities, information, and resources involved in moving a product or service from supplier to customer. An integrated group of processes to source, make, and deliver products. So basically, to sources is to collect, is to make them available, whatever the requirement is, the product from the client, or then deliver the products means logistics, like you have to ensure that it reaches to the client or well on time. Supply chain activities transform raw materials and components into a finished product that is delivered to the end customer. End customer is obviously that person, that organization, that source which has initiated the request to get the product being supplied. Supply chain illustrations. Over here you can see three very good examples through which there is one online shopping scenario is involved. Second is when you are visiting, and third is likewise. I have taken exactly a very simple example of supplier, then manufacturer, distributor, retailer, and customers. This is the chain reaction which keeps going. Actually, then the reversal comes because the need is then identified or is being declared by the customer or the client, and then the process goes on. That's why the supply chain is illustrated in this graphic, and it's very clear to you. Supply chain flow. Another very, very important area is to understand the flow of supply chain. Now, first of all, let's see what are the considerations we need to know. What are the pointers? Which are the areas to be considered? Which is the basic to be considered? Whenever we speak of supply chain flow, customer, supplier, manufacturer, manufacturing units, distributors, and retailers are to be kept in mind. Obviously, once we speak of order, when we speak of the retailer, the cash is involved, customer places an order, manufacturer ships the goods, then procure for the pay, plan to make. Likewise, the distributor maintains stock and orders at times, and this is how the chain goes on. Now again, let's understand clearly the meaning of supply chain management. It's the process of planning. First of all, you need to plan that how it is to go about, what is to be done, what is the product, how long the time duration will be involved. Then that planning is to be checked and rechecked through the strategy which you have made, implement it and keep a controlling system with you. Control is one of the basic function whenever you speak of the principles of management. If you can recall your previous subject in which POM, in which you considered the principles of management, controlling is the basic thing because from control only you can deliver the best. Controlling the operations of supply chain with the purpose to satisfy customer requirements as efficiently as possible. Over here, I would like to add not only efficiently but effectively, because whatever they need, whatever they want, that should be delivered the promise which is maintained among the both parties. Supply chain management manages all movement and storage of raw materials, work in process inventory, and finished goods from point of origin to the point of consumption. That's the basic thing we need to understand, the point of origin to the point of consumption where the reach has to be. Definition. Let's define supply chain management according to the Council of Supply Chain Management Professionals. Supply chain management encompasses the planning and management of all activities involved in sourcing and procurement, conversion, and all logistics management activities. Importantly, it also includes coordination and collaboration with channel partners, which can be suppliers, intermediaries, third-party service providers, and customers. Once you clearly understand, I would, like to add one thing over here. As being the student of supply chain management, one thing is had always been helping me out. Once you are taking a lecture or like the webinar, which I'm here with you, you can always take down your notes and you should make the queries then and there. Write it down beside you and implement them directly, as I told in my previous lecture, with your own organization, with your own setup. And once you are going out somewhere, try to consider these things practically. So that's going to help you understand the concept. You know that rote learning time period is all over. Now we need to consider that how do we practically implement it in our day-to-day life operations. Key of supply chain concepts. Each interface in the supply chain represents movements of goods, information of flows, and transfer of title, purchase, and sale. So it's a chain reaction again, which is a cyclic way goes on. Raw material, component, manufacturer, retailer, consumer, then again consumer to the retailer, retailer to manufacturer, then manufacturer to component and component to the raw material. Strategic slab supply chain management consists of developing smarter ways to choose, buy from, and sell to your business partners. That's the basic key of supply chain management concepts. And I assure you guys, if you are going to understand this basic slide in a very appropriate way through revising it, you can even put in comments if you have any queries. I can refer you to the articles base where I put up the articles, and there are my lectures also. So you would be able to get through the whole concepts and the your own project if you are doing, or your own exam or your course which you are looking for. Supply chain goals. Efficient supply chain management must result in tangible business improvements. It is characterized by a sharp focus on revenue growth, better asset utilization, and cost reduction. Do not forget, we need to save on cost. Whichever the field we are looking after, if it is operations, we are speaking of logistics management, refer to my previous lectures. If you have looked at them, or if you have not listened, you can go now to my channel and you can go and click for the logistics management. That is going to make you understand better that the revenue growth is all dependent on all these factors through better asset utilization. So you can even reduce cost, and the revenue growth can be focused, which is the prime focus of any business where you are different from logistics management. Let's see how it is different. Some experts distinguish supply chain management and logistics management, while others consider the terms to be interchangeable. That's what I was right now talking about. Logistics management can be termed as one of its parts that is related to planning, implementing, and controlling the movement and storage of goods. Do not forget over here the difference is that movement and storage of goods is controlled, services and related information between the point of origin and point of consumption. But supply chain management includes more aspects apart from the logistics functions. So here is a very clear difference which you can understand. Opportunities enabled by supply chain management. Proper implementation of supply chain management helps to use the following strategic areas to their full advantage. Number one, fulfillment. Ensure the right quantity at the right time. Do not forget, quantity as much as is required shall be delivered right on time. It makes sure that the right quantities are ordered also. Logistics, keep the cost of transporting materials as low as possible, consistent with safe and reliable delivery. Constant contact with its distribution. Over here, the supply chain management, the whole process is here: logistics, supply chain strategy, planning, then entrepreneur appreciations and the applications which are used both in software and all, asset management, procurement, and product lifecycle management. That is about it. Production, ensure production lines function smoothly, reduced costs of inventory, carrying cost, internal and external failure cost, and purchase cost. Revenue and profit, no sales are lost and flexible to respond to unforeseen change. Implementation points to keep in mind, recognize the difficulty of change, prepare a blueprint for change that maps linkage among initiatives, assess the entire supply chain from supplier relationship to internal operations to the marketplace, including customers, competitors, and industry on the whole. Supply chain levels, we need to know the levels of supply chain are three basically: strategic, tactical, and operational. Supply chain design, resource acquisition, and long-term planning, 1 year and plus is the first strategy. Tactical, production distribution planning, resource allocation, medium-term planning, that is quarterly or monthly. Operational level is production scheduling, resource scheduling, performance tracking, and short-term planning that can be weekly or daily even if you look into, because operations are, again I would state, is day-to-day operations always, and you need to consider problems faced by supply chain management. Obviously, once you are working on something, the obstacles have to come and they stop you from working the way you would like to see the results. So let's take a look, and I'm considering four basic issues and talking in detail about it. Issue number one is distribution network configuration, number and location of suppliers, production facilities, distribution centers, warehouses, and customers. Number two, distribution strategy, centralized versus decentralized. Direct shipment, pull or push strategy. But then again, I would refer here my previous lecture in which I have given in depth about pull and push strategy. Then third is information, integrate system and processes through the supply chain to share valuable information, including demand signals and forecast. Inventory management, quantity and quality and location of inventory, including raw materials, work in processes, and the finished goods. These are basically few problems. We can always keep them in mind so that we can manage. Bullwhip effect. That's very, very important. What does it mean? Let's first understand. The Bullwhip effect or whiplash effect is an observed phenomenon in forecast-driven distribution channels. Because customer demand is rarely perfectly stable, businesses must forecast demand in order to properly position inventory and other resources. Forecasts are based on rarely perfectly accurate statistics. Do not forget, forecasts are based on rarely perfectly accurate statistics. So, to understand it, we need to know that the effect has few areas which are to be considered: forecast errors, lead time variability, batch ordering, price fluctuations, product promotions, inflated orders, methods intended to reduce uncertainty, variability, and lead time. For example, just-in-time replenishment and strategic partnership. Bullwhip effect, magnification of variability in orders in the supply chain. Here is a diagram that is very well explaining it. While we consider of order quantity, then order quantity is considered from three aspects: retailers' orders, wholesalers' orders, and manufacturers' order. Over here, the time slot is to be considered. A lot of retailers, each with little variability in their orders, can lead to greater variability of a few number of whole sellers, and can lead to even greater variability for a single manufacturer. This whole concept is so well explained that we can understand the magnification of variability in orders in the supply chain. I'm sure, guys, that this is going to really help you to understand the basic concept. I will be back soon with the new next video. To keep in touch with me, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel at the YouTube. Like it and share it. And please don't forget to subscribe. Even if you don't want to push the bell icon, it's okay. You can always check back to me with no notifications. You can keep them mute because we all work and at times it's a disturbance to us. Your all suggestions are more than welcome. Write in comment box. My email is also there. You can contact me. And if you want me to go live with you and for any of the queries which you are facing or any other topic you want me to speak about, please feel free to write in the comments box. I'm always there for you. Very nice to be with you always and see you in my next video very soon. Thank you. Take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.